Well, welcome back, watch people. Now, coming your way in just a couple of moments is an exclusive interview with BQ Watch's Managing Director, friend of the show, Spencer Dreyer, who has an amazing offer of assistance potentially to some of my viewers. Now, if you have any questions relating to the video that's coming right up, please direct them to Spencer at BQ Watches. He's the one that can help you. I'm personally unable to answer questions on Spencer's behalf, but I think you're going to find what he's got to say very interested indeed, and that's coming up right now. So Spencer, welcome back. Good afternoon, my friend. Firstly, how are you and the family?
Yes, I'm all well, thank you. But I'm bearing up under the strains that everyone has today with what's going on in the world. Not too bad. How are you, Paul? How's all your family? Everyone well?
Yeah, all good, thanks, Spencer. We find ourselves in really unusual times, don't we? I think the first question I've got for you as a watch dealer, and the first question that a lot of our viewers will be interested in, is how's business at the moment? What's business like in general for you?
At the moment, we're trying to keep the wheels turning, keep the business as normal. Obviously, it's quieter. There are still people wanting to sell and still buy, believe it or not. But things are, without question, quieter at the minute. And main concern is that everyone's well and healthy. What lies ahead, we just don't know.
I think it's important that we all try and remain as positive as possible. And we had a chat last night. In fact, I'm going to be completely upfront with the viewers, Spencer. You called me around, I think it was about 8 o'clock last night, and we spent an hour on the phone, and you was asking me the question, how could you potentially help people in the watch community during these difficult times? Now, we had a bit of a chat, and I think you've got a bit of a, what I will call really an unprecedented offer, an announcement to make to my viewers, to your new and old customers. Tell us what you've got on your mind, Spencer, because I was very impressed with what you had to say.
Absolutely. Well, leading on from what you were saying, we were just thinking what we can do. I mean, people are setting up helplines and everything else, but being in the watch community, we've had a lot of customers over years who have supported us. We've bought and sold watches to them. So we're trying to think what we can do in the current times. And what we've come up with is, if people are in need of emergency money or anything, we will do interest-free loans to help them.
Interest-free?
Interest-free.
Explain that to me further, because from a business perspective at least, that sounds a bit crazy. So tell me what you mean by interest-free loans.
Exactly what it says. In the short term, and we'll take everything on its own merit, we will lend people money to get over these difficult times if they are in, so that they can continue their life.
So we're talking about an offer that's potentially open to most people in the watch community, but I guess at the moment, at least, I know you just said that you'll take each case on its own merit and individually, and I think that's a wise decision and a fair one. But are you predominantly looking at the moment, or focusing on perhaps those with underlying health conditions, or those with children, family needs, etc., maybe the over 60s?
Absolutely, all of those. If people need money for something really essential, we will look to help them with what is going on in the world currently.
Okay.
We'll treat everyone confidentially. They can email or call us on the landline, which you'll display, no doubt, and we'll try and help people over this difficult situation. I'm hoping that over the next few months, and at the moment things are changing on a daily basis, we will get back to normal and everyone will get on and look at this as March 2020, a dark place. But hopefully, and I'm sure, we will get back to normal at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just delve a little bit deeper into this, Spencer. Can I ask what made you come to this decision? I know we had a chat last night, and being perfectly frank, your number one topic of the conversation last night was how can I help people, and how is this going to work exactly? So basically what you're saying is, for example, whereas people might have a watch that they don't really want to sell but they need some money to pay the mortgage, you're actually going to be prepared to loan them money or to give them money against that watch, and they can retrieve that watch during an agreed period and not pay you a single penny interest. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Exactly what you said there, Paul. So we will lend them money. In the short term, they will pay no interest, and they just repay the money. We'll return the watch to them.
Well, I'm blown away with it, really, mate. I mean, it's a wonderful offer. I guess there's always going to be people out there, and I just want to clear this one up because it's a question that people will ask. So let's get it out of the way. There have always been naysayers out there, and I guess they'll say, oh, you know, what's in this for you? What would you say to them, Spencer?
Well, like you pointed out, people will always think that there's some ulterior motive with it. We've sold thousands, tens of thousands of watches over the years and advised people on watches, on values and everything. We've got a good following and a lot of people. So from speaking with you, and this prompted me of what we can do by giving them an interest-free loan for a few months to help them over this difficult time they're in need. It's just something we're doing to give a little bit back to the watch community, sort of people who have supported us, and hopefully then in the future they'll think of what we've done. But people have been good to us, people have supported us as a business, and this is just a little something that we feel that we can try and help people at this current time.
So Spencer, I'm blown away with this offer, but I want to just run through one or two things once again, just to make it completely clear. So this process is basically you're offering people the chance to borrow some money, interest-free. Obviously, you're not stupid. You know, you can't just give money away. So you're going to, instead of perhaps someone having to part with the watch that they really don't want to part with, you're going to be prepared to loan them money interest-free over an agreed period. When they're ready, they can come back, get the watch back for exactly what they borrowed with no interest chargeable.
You've hit the nail on the head there, Paul. Exactly what you've said. They send the watch to us, or they drop the watch off at our office, whatever's more convenient for them. We would then lend them money, and they then just repay the money that they borrowed, and no interest whatsoever on what we loan.
Now, I just want to reiterate to my viewers that, Spencer called me last night. I've just said this, we had a long conversation, and Spencer was just genuinely looking for a way and an idea of how we can help people out there in the watch community. Spencer, listen, all we can do is try and be positive. I think the offer is absolutely fantastic. We've already said that at the moment, at least, you're basically aiming this in people with extra needs, but that could be extended quite easily depending on the situation, correct?
Absolutely. We'll take each individual case and look at it and see what we can do to help people. And we're trying to continue business as usual.
So on to some other news, Spencer. Just want to get your thoughts on the postponement, at least, of the London Watch Show. I know you were due to exhibit there. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I've spoken to Charlie. I think Charlie's done a fantastic job, and the marketing. I got my lanyards, and he asked me for my artwork for the exhibition and was really excited about it. And I think Charlie he's been non-stop on that, organising the exhibition and moving forward. And I did speak with him last week, mentioning, I'm hoping it will go ahead, and he was really positive on it. Again, saying that he thinks we won't have any problem. But I think it's been a really difficult thing to have to cancel, and unfortunate, but having discussed with him at length, he's going to postpone the show to later in the year, try and make the show bigger with more exhibitors. And like he said to me, he had to put safety first. We can't ignore what's going on, and for that reason it had to be postponed. But I'm sure moving forward, when the show does get off, which will be, whether it be summer or a bit later in the year, I think it'll be a fantastic show, and everyone's really behind him to make it work. So I think it will really, from it will come very good at the end, saying to him any support he needs, and we're there because we know the work he's put in for something that should have happened in April, and now it's postponed till later in the year.
Yeah, I love the way the community appears to be pulling together in various ways. And I think ultimately I'm in contact with Charlie almost on a daily basis, and I think there's going to be an announcement very soon that will be made, hopefully exclusively via my channel.
What, of the new date of the show?
Yeah, of the new date. I think the boys are almost ready. They're crossing a few T's and dotting a few I's, and I think obviously there's the venue. It's not just as simple as coming up with a new date. There's so much red tape involved with the venue. It's a massive venue, a very important venue. The O2 obviously is huge. So,
the other thing I was saying to him was, I think we've just got to wait for the dust to settle. There's no point rushing for a date that, at the moment, because no one knows what's going on. I mean, obviously, government, health ministers, everyone is changing their view on things on a daily basis. We've just got, and no one really knows what is ahead. We've just got to all be positive and be guided by professionals in what they advise us to do.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fast-moving situation, but as always, I will try and keep on top of everything as much as humanly possible for our viewers. Spencer, thanks so much for coming on today, and on behalf of everyone around the world that watches my channel, I want to offer you my sincere thanks for this amazing offer today, an unprecedented offer. And I can tell anyone and everyone that's watching this right now, I'll look you straight in the eye, I've had long conversations with Spencer over this, and this is coming from his heart. He's a great guy. Spencer, thanks so much, and take care of that lovely family of yours. I hope business is good for you, all your workers, and I just wish you all the best. Let's stay positive, mate. Let's hope that we have a decent year.
Same for you. Keep well, and let's just hope that everyone gets through this safely.
Thanks, mate. It's a real pleasure talking to you, and I'll speak to you soon.
Excellent. All the best.